How are we doing? How is everybody today? I did not do my podcast last night because the power went out around 10 o'clock last night. I was just gearing up to kind of do my podcast, and first I thought just my Christmas lights here that I've had hung up since early December had gone out that are on my fireplace. And then I realized everything was off. And I had enough battery power to probably do a podcast still, but I just kind of took that as a sign as maybe I better wait. And that's why I'm doing it today instead of last night. Intro music today by Geri X, a St. Petersburg, Tampa artist that I used to see when I was out there. One of my favorite artists overall, not just local, but used to put on a pretty cool show. It was her and one drummer most of the time, and just kind of a stripped down sound and show, and very pretty and talented artist. Really enjoyable show. I would recommend anyone to go see her if you're ever in the area over there. I'm going to start this off like I start all of these with the positive affirmation drink. Those of you that are usual watchers, I will I don't want to get into the instructions too much here, but I gotta, if anyone's new, what I usually do is I have a drink of coffee. Often I got some green tea today, and do a little count off and then say, attitude is everything. So this is what I call the positive affirmation drink. So if you would like to do it with me, I'll give you a minute to get something to drink. It will help brighten your day and take things up to a new level for you. I guarantee it. It's positive affirmations are a good thing. I've got this same phrase in my car up in my visor. I'll pull it down, among others, but attitude is everything is one of them. Man, I'm looking a little tired. I don't know if I need to have a more positive attitude about rest. It's been a long week. I'll get into that. I've also got attitude is everything affixed to my mirror in the bathroom. It's one of my favorite sayings. So if you got that drink, without further ado, 1, 2, 3. Attitude is everything. Very good. So, the reason I'm so big on, and not just the phrase attitude is everything, but it's just one that I've picked that I kind of like as a motto. But, I strongly believe that your mental outlook on life is important. It helps form your day and your mood for how things are going to go. And, they have a lot of these sayings about people being lucky, or a lot of us think people are lucky, or what else? That's good things always seem to happen to this person, that sort of thing. I don't really believe that. I think you make your own luck, and I think with your mind you can decide what type of life, what type of day, what type of hour, what type of moment you're going to have. And I strongly believe in the power of your mind and your outlook on life, no matter what your situation is. And that's what a lot of this is about. So anyway, speaking of music, I was just playing the Geri X music there for my intro. As I stated, one of my favorite artists. I have noticed some of my videos have been getting throttled because of copyright for some of these songs that I'm using for intro music. Not all of them. It's been kind of odd, but I know the last two have been. And from what I understand about that from doing videos in the past is that on certain devices or in certain countries, the video will not show up due to a copyright issue. I had a video at one time, I remember several years ago, about working out or something, and because I was using, I think it was a Nine Inch Nails song, it wouldn't play on certain mobile devices, and you couldn't watch it in certain countries. I've never quite understood the whole thing. I'm a very open source person. Now, if I was using this, I guess someone could say I'm using these videos or songs to promote myself, or not to, but you would think at the same time it's also promoting the artist. I guess it's up to the company, YouTube's policy, and many other factors that I don't quite understand on what copyright infringement is exactly, how bad of a violation it is, and what the whole policy is about it. So I'm going to do my best to keep playing songs that I like. When I start these things, and plug the artist, if someone's interested, they can find out more about them. As I've stated maybe a time or two before, I would love it if any of y'all have favorite bands that you like. You want to leave a comment, or if you like the artist I'm playing, leave a comment, or anything like that. You could. I've got my active Amputee website. I've got the YouTube page, and I've got my email address where you can, and I'll put it down at the bottom here, and probably repeat it before, or say what it is here before the end of the video. So, all that being said, I'm not sure what the factors are on my videos getting throttled or not. I do know there is some of that going on due to that. I'm not really worried about it. These videos are put out for informational and educational purposes and entertainment, not to make money by any stretch of the means, or I'm not even close to that realm of followers or anything like that. And that's okay with me. If one person watches this and gets something out of it, that's good enough for me at this point. I just want to be able to hopefully help motivate and inspire someone who may be going through something similar, who's an amputee also, or who just may be down, or be looking for something due to interest or whatever. We're all people. I think we should all be respectful and positive towards each other, and that's what I try to make this about. My week. Well, let's see. Well, I went to an amputee support group on Friday in Gonzales, Louisiana. I had a great time. Wasn't a huge group. I think there was 6 of us or so, if I remember correctly. It's held by Excel Rehab in Gonzales, and they put it on once a month. I'll leave some information, a link where you can find information about that group. There is another group that's held on the same day in Baton Rouge by Baton Rouge Rehab. I don't think they're having their group right now. Hopefully by next month they will. And then there was one in New Orleans that I was going to go to on Thursday, and I had all the information and I started checking into it, and they do not have their group anymore, which is too bad. I was really looking forward to that. So that's the first group, the Gonzales group here, which Gonzales is located a little less than halfway between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, off of I-10 here, if you're driving that way, or down Airline, I guess, what we call Airline Highway. You can get to Gonzales through either the back way or off the freeway there. Like I said, I had a great time. The host was very gracious, and it was a good and entertaining group. Met some very nice people. So that was that. As far as working out this week, it was kind of a mixed bag. I definitely did more exercise bike than I did resistance training. I felt pressed for time. I think by adding this time that I've been working at, the I started throwing in cardio into my workouts. Well, that's been taking away a little bit from the resistance training. And be honest, I was a little lazy a couple days. It's been cold here. When my power went out, by the way, I was freezing. Not bad, but it was, I had some blankets and stuff to cover up with it. And I wasn't dying or anything, but it was starting to get pretty chilly before they got that turned back on. But it's been chilly all week. I've had some beautiful days though, low to mid 60s, which has been pretty awesome. But below the 30s several nights here, which to me, I know once again some of you may be laughing at that. It's pretty daggone cold in my book. Excuse me. But anyways, back to the. So what I've been doing has been hitting snooze a little bit more, wanting to stay under those warm blankets, and hit snooze 3 times, 4 times. Well, that's 20 something minutes, almost half an hour of time that gets wasted. I usually set my alarm for about 5:30 in the morning, and if you don't start the workout until a little after 6, well, you lose your amount of time. You got to get it done before you want to get out the door and have a productive day. So I've got to work on that. I want to get back to doing some of the resistance training. Diet, I blew my diet up this week really badly a couple times. Not so much with bad food as, well, I can't call any food good or bad, but as much as maybe just too many calories in general. And by eating a lot more carbs than I probably should. A lot of that was a comfort food type of deal. Once again, the cold weather. I made a big old thing of rice and ate it all in one setting, as opposed to maybe spreading it out over a couple days and adding other things like vegetables and another protein source to it. I did that a couple times. I did that Saturday, made a big thing of rice and ate it, and did the same thing earlier in the week around Tuesday or Wednesday. Just ate it all in one setting. We're talking about 3 cups or so, which isn't a ton, but that is a ton. That's a lot of calories. It's a lot of carbs all in, one setting for the most part. I had cake. It's my birthday this week, so I did that. Fried chicken. I used to think that was really bad, but it's certainly not something you'd want to eat every day. But I don't know if it's as bad as. Depends on what you're talking about. I guess decent source of protein or whatever. Probably a lot more fat and stuff than you need. I had grilled cheese, which. Well, anyways, I don't want to get into my whole diet for the week, but it was not the healthiest options. Let me put it this way. I think I could have ate a lot more protein and definitely cut back on the amount of carbs I had. A lot of Texas toasts on that grilled cheese I was talking about in another time, and just some other stuff. I started measuring my waist this week. I always measure it pretty regularly anyway. When I started writing it down, I put my calendar for 2022 up. Well, at least I got it up before the end of the month, my little personal calendar here. And I've just, at least during the week, started recording my waist measurement. I lost about 3/4 of an inch in a day or two, and then just kind of plateaued. I'm sitting at one measurement. We'll see come tomorrow after this weekend of eating and where we're standing as far as that goes. So the working out is, I can't say in my opinion, I should have been a little more diligent and made extra effort to work out a little harder. I got a little lazy, I guess. It was just kind of I had some long nights I worked, some other things going on. Like I said, a birthday, I went out and celebrated a night or two, possibly. And so I let some other things kind of take over, interfere with some of the habits I've been trying to create and for a healthier lifestyle. And I got to tell you, once again, I know some people laugh. This cold weather is, even though it's been nicer during the day, at least over the week, it's a little cooler than I'd even like it to be now. I think last time I checked, it was still in the very low 40s. I'd have to check again here soon and see, but yeah, it was in the teens or 20s when I got up this morning. So that's kind of how my week has gone. Don't have a lot more than that. So I think I will just leave it there. I will. It's very nice to get a chance to do this. I appreciate everyone who's watched. Sorry for kind of being low on content, but I did want to stick to my guns and do a weekly podcast like I've been planning on, and just say hello and give a little update on where things are for me and how things are going. I hope things are going well for you, and please contact me. You leave comments on YouTube, like I said, or my active amputee site. My email address is ty_s_wilson@yahoo.com. It's Ty S. Wilson with the underscore on each side of the S at yahoo.com. I would love to hear from you about anything. Questions, music suggestions, topic suggestions, any of those things. All right. So I really do appreciate you taking time to stop in and check this out. And have a great coming week. Thank you very much.